I was no way I was leaving this check that I had just started making to go to work for some guy. And it just bothered me that like I needed to say thank you. And he would not let me say no to the job. He just kept saying, what do you need? What do you want? Finally, I was like, you're just going to give me everything I want, right? It's like, until you come to work for me.
Hey, what's up? David Osmond here. And this time on Tribe House TV, I was able to sit down and interview Daniel Thomas, partner at St. John Properties. And in our conversation, he totally took me by surprise, not only by some of the extreme sports that he loves, holy cow, but also one simple phone call and how it changed the course of his entire career. Check it out.
My name is Daniel Thomas. I'm the regional partner here in Utah for a company named St. John Properties. So I am an adrenaline junkie. I race snowmobiles professionally in Alaska. 2,600 mile, 8-day snowmobile race across Alaska and back. It's down -40, -50 degrees. You race it as a team. So I have a teammate that I race with up there. In fact, I was just up there this weekend, put in 500 miles racing across the bush of Alaska. I knew from a really, really young age what I wanted to do, like 13, 14 years old. Started with a friend helping build houses in the summer and just really fell in love with building. There was something very special that I recognized at that age of just taking some sticks lying on the ground and building a house, right? And can't claim I did it well, but I learned it and I just fell in love with building things. So it's all I ever really studied, and got my undergraduate degree in real estate finance, then went and got a graduate degree in real estate development. And so just kind of a perfect storm of knowing what I wanted to do really young and never deviating from it. I just graduated from Johns Hopkins University, graduate degree, and it was 2009. So if you were following real estate in 2008, 2009, you'd think it'd be the perfect time to come out of a real estate development degree. Not really, but I was working actually for the federal government in an internship and I hated it, absolutely hated it. And a professor called that I'd become pretty good friends with, and he said, Ed St. John is sniffing through the resume drawer at the school. You might want to give him a call. And I didn't think too much about it. Day went by and it kind of started bothering me. So I said, you know what? This Ed St. John, it was actually the school, the Edward St. John School of Real Estate at Johns Hopkins. So I walked through a door with his name over it for a year and never even knew who he was. And I thought, I ought to give this guy a call just to tell him thank you. I don't know how big his check was he wrote, but he played a part in this school. And I thought, I should say thank you. So I picked up the phone, got his assistant, said, hey, can you just pass along a thank you to that Edward St. John guy? And she said, yep, I'll do that. She called back 5 minutes later and said, Ed wants to meet you. I said, well, I'm not really needing to meet with him, but I'll come in. Anyways, to make a long story really short, he and I interviewed for 9 hours, just talking. Here's a multi-billionaire and a recent graduate who knew nothing. And obviously it led to the opportunity I'm in right now, but it's that life lesson of gratitude. I was no way I was leaving this check that I had just started making to go to work for some guy. And it just bothered me that I needed to say thank you. And he would not let me say no to the job. He just kept saying, what do you need? What do you want? Finally, I was like, you're just going to give me everything I want, right? It's like, until you come to work for me. So St. John Properties, we're a privately held real estate investment company, a development and investment company, full service. So we buy raw dirt, we entitle it, we build buildings, we go find amazing clients that need that space, need that service, and we lease space to them, and then we manage the properties and the assets and take care of our clients. And so we've been doing that as a company for over 50 years. thing I love about St. John Properties, right on our paycheck, every week it says, our clients pay this. Treat them accordingly. And so it's embedded in who we are. That client relationship is fundamental to our successes, right? And with every business, there are clients that, sometimes that relationship works, sometimes it doesn't. But as we run this business, it is hyper focused on the client and their needs. Without them, I've got pretty vacant buildings, right? With them, I have valuable assets.